Recently, I've been feeling kind of lonely. And when I think about it or try to analyze it, I think maybe part of it has to do with the fact that I'm really bad at keeping in touch with my friends. It also has to do with the fact that I'm really busy and I'm working and applying to colleges, which takes up a lot of my time. But I think also part of it is a spiritual problem. I think because it's a problem that exists in the world, it ends up having a spiritual and a physical component. I'd say the spiritual component is a need to dwell more in God and understand how His strength is able to sustain me. But as a physical problem, I think it does have to do with people needing people. Just as a side note, I still need to study a lot more about mind-body dualism because I don't really understand it yet. So that made me wonder, what is the purpose of friendship? I want to share today about what my own thoughts and experiences are with the purpose of friendship, and then I would love it if you could add your own comments. What I see the purpose of friendship to be is that friends are people who care about your soul. It's like a mutual agreement that you are going to be important to each other. If I see my friends having a question or like posting a question video, and if they don't know the answer, I'm much more likely to respond to my friend than to someone that I don't already have a relationship with. The reverse of that is that friends are people that I can count on to not mind if I impose on them. What I think I've come to is that friendship is one of God's ways of helping us grow. Having friends and taking the time to care about a soul other than myself is something that needs to happen. We can't be spiritually healthy if we're only thinking about ourselves. We need people to love. Friends can demonstrate to each other a love that is selfless. It's still a little bit confusing because in some sense friendship is an extension of the relationship that I have with my family. We all care about each other and we help each other through like the everyday details of life as well as the things that we're going through. But I think that's because my sisters are some of my good friends. And that kind of friendship doesn't have to be limited to your family. But then how does this relate to how we're supposed to interact with just any Christians? I think that whenever Christians gather, there's going to be some kind of fellowship going on. Because if we share in the same spirit and if we have the same God, we can be joined together in looking at God and looking in the same direction. Maybe friendship is something that arises out of fellowship. When you find someone who you feel like you connect particularly with, then God can use that relationship to go beyond just that one event and make it something that lasts in between those times, that is a way to encourage you, as a way to develop your thinking, and as a way to teach you how to care for someone else. I basically am not in favor of using friends like some kind of substitute for God. Whether or not you go to God or your friends or your family for help when you feel troubled, that has a lot to do with who God puts in your way. Like if a person is there, really sometimes the best thing to do is just to talk to them, because sometimes God comes out a lot clearer through a person than He does through your own confused mind, you meaning me. I'm super grateful for my friends because since I've known them on a longer basis than just a short time, I think I've been able to learn so much from them, from you. The way that they've chosen to talk to me about the things that are important to them has really helped me understand a lot more about the world, a lot more about truth and righteousness than I would have otherwise. So I think that's about all I had to say. Bye.